I do. Look, I'm gonna have to ask you to cease and desist on this.
Alright, how about I call another officer here, and we can
That's
talk to
fine. You can try your intimidations
Alright.
on us. It's not gonna work. Actually, let me get your supervisor, not just any other officer. Let me get a supervisor.
What do you do? Hit the speed dial on his lawyers?
Yes, he did.
That's pretty much it. He actually didn't even hit the speed dial on his lawyer.
Well,
He
shit.
walked to a yellow jack because I had to bring him to the yellow jack because he crashed my vehicle, so I had to bring him to the yellow jack with me. Couldn't leave him unsupervised
Bring
in
him?
the
I
back
saw
of my
you
car.
dragging him down the road. You had no right
Exactly,
to do
Yeah,
that's
that.
what
no
I'm
choice.
saying.
You broke
You
the
manhandled
vehicle.
my client.
This man was recklessly driving on the opposite
Look,
side of the road. and
no,
broke
we
the
are not going to
vehicle I
talk
was
about
in.
this anymore, officer. I want your supervisor here right now.
We need a supervisor
Okay,
now.
and I'm gonna get the supervisor.
Yeah, I saw him carrying him down the road, and I even asked him, I'm like,
Yeah,
listen,
I
what
saw
you're doing
him
is
running
illegal.
him. Yeah, I saw him running him for a while too.
Easy 10
And
miles.
he doesn't even want to try to work with me. Like, I'm not even trying to get my client fully off, at least half the time in prison. But he doesn't even want to do that. Now I'm going to try to get him fully off.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you're talking, that's cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, the guy's in handcuffs and
Making
he's
a-
forcing him to run.
And you're making him run.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And I said,
Especially
why
in
didn't
this
you just
heat.
call for another unit?
That's
And
what
you
I
said
said.
that.
Exactly
They were
what I
busy.
said to him. Alright, I'm thinking...
Well, you're here as a
He's on
witness
his
now
way.
as
He'll
well.
be here.
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
have
5
to
minutes.
ask you to stay for this.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going anywhere.
He said
See,
he'll be
aren't you
here in 5
happy you have a
minutes.
lawyer now?
Aren't you happy you have 2
Yeah.
lawyers?
I
We
had
each
2
still get our
lawyers.
fee. We're not splitting that shit. Don't try to be cheap on us, or we'll just walk away
yeah,
now.
no, man. Yeah, sorry. You only have to pay us if we win, though.
Exactly,
Alright.
which we always do.
But you know what this officer tried to do before you showed up?
What's that?
You see our client's fake holster with the plastic gun inside of it right there on
Yes,
his
sir.
right hip?
I do.
He straight tried to claim that was a real gun, and in order to prove that it was a real gun, he unholstered his own
He
weapon.
unholstered. Wow. So you
His
pointed a gun
own
at our
weapon.
client when he was in handcuffs.
And no, he didn't point it at our client, but he unholstered his own gun, claiming that it was our client's gun, and
Oh,
said,
my
let's see if
God.
it works. Trying to be manipulative and lie.
Did he actually discharge his firearm too? Because
He
discharging
did not,
a firearm,
unfortunately.
okay.
I was kind of hoping he would have.
Yep. That would be nice.
And you know what? I've also asked about 5 times for the dash cam footage, which I have yet to receive.
I mean, to be honest, I've never received them either. Most units turn them off because they're usually doing some pretty shady shit, like this guy here dragging our client down the freaking
Running
road.
him. Yeah, how are you going to show me a dash cam when you're not even in a vehicle? officer?
Exactly.
My supervisor needs to know what
he
you're
got
asking
you.
for.
And where's your dash cam at? If your police car wasn't there.
It's in the
We
car.
would believe our client was wrongfully treated.
Oh well, you crashed into me. It'll at least get
You
the
crashed
crash
into
when you're
me.
driving on the wrong side of the lane.
Wait, your
Okay,
your
you can be
supervisor
quiet,
wants to know what we want?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly.
Tell
what
him
I mean.
that you have arrested somebody and you have 2 lawyers here that are very dissatisfied with the way that you
I'm the
brought them
witness.
to jail.
I mean, did he even read you your Miranda rights when he was running you down the road?
He did not
here's
read
the
me.
thing.
He did not read them.
Oh,
He
then
did
you need
not
to
read
let him
them.
go right now. You need to take him out of those cuffs right now, okay? If you didn't read him his
Don't
rights,
worry.
and you...
My
First
supervisor's
time I'll buy
talking
I'll
to me. I
stick
need you to
with
be quiet, sir.
No, I'm not going to be quiet. If you didn't even
Freedom
read
of
him his
speech.
rights, he
You're gonna be
needs
quiet.
to be let
You're
go
gonna be
right
quiet.
now.
You're gonna be
He
quiet right now.
No, sir.
he put me in the car and he didn't even read me my rights. He just forced me in there. And then he
All right. Well,
he also
that is-
pushed my head against the
just
top
don't
of the
talk
car.
right now, okay?
Yeah,
don't talk,
just don't
especially when
talk.
the
We're going to talk
supervisor
for you,
comes
okay? Don't say a word. Yeah, I mean, every time I've ever had a case where you haven't been read your rights, client walks. No questions asked, no fines, no jail time. We'll have you out of here in a couple
Shame.
minutes. It is a shame,
Shame.
because, I mean, that's their job.
Shame.
Okay, listen.
Shame.
Listen. Be quiet. Be quiet. Listen to what I have to say. My supervisor, Phil RP for a
Shame.
second. My supervisor is not allowed to, well,
Shame.
he's not allowed. The server's full and he can't get on the server and he needs you guys to join Civilian Chat 1.
Wait, what server? What?
I can't.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea what
I
you're
said
talking
Phil
about.
RP. He needs you to join, Civilian Chat 1. He's not allowed to get
Both
in
of
with
us?
people. Yeah.
Alright,
All
one
right,
second.
well, we'll
You
see
can
you in
join
there.
too, Mr. Witness, if you need to.
Oh, I'm not a witness. I'm also his lawyer.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna hire 2 lawyers.
I'm the witness.
That's how bad your situation looks. You need 2 lawyers.
No, that's how much money
yeah.
we're gonna make off you.
Who's the supervisor?
1 King 15 Fuego. What's happening, buddy?
Alright, so basically we're trying to get our client off the hook at this point because the arresting officer forced him to run all the way from Yellowjack to the police station
On foot, in handcuffs.
in handcuffs.
And
on
you want to
foot.
know what the icing on the cake is? Your officer
here's
failed
the
to read
super-
my
is
client
this
his
the
rights
supervisor?
during the entire run.
Yep. And
So-
at the same time was performing
his rights.
questionnaires.
I read him his
Yep.
rights. That is a lie. I did read him his rights when
The
I
less
first
you
arrested
say,
him.
the better.
Did
I
you
arrested him
not
at. I read him his
unholster
rights.
his plastic weapon and claim it was his when it was truly yours?
No, because it was in his holster when I first arrested him, which I also read his rights at the Flying Wheels. So you may need to talk to your client about that.
But you're not denying forcing him to run all the way from Yellowjack.
What else was I supposed to do?
That's
Dispatch
cruel.
the
And
school.
you have to
There
wait
was
for
a
a
robbery.
transportation vehicle. If there's a robbery,
And I'm-
you guys have to wait. You have no right to force a man in handcuffs to run from one location to another without even being read his rights. When we asked
This
you
I
is
did read
Sandy
his
Shore.
rights.
Do you know
When
the
we asked
I
temperature
read
is
him his
outside?
rights.
Sir?
That's just false information. I read him his rights at the Flying Wheel mechanic.
Please just shut up, okay? Please. Everybody stop talking. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I want to know.
Alright.
Oh.
Is everyone
I'll
done?
let lawyer number 1 start.
So, from what I have
Oh.
gathered from both the officer and our client, they were in a minor accident, in which case the faulty officer's vehicle was broken. To which case he forced our client to run after placing him in handcuffs for the accident to the Yellowjack and then to the police station without taking the time to wait for an additional unit for transportation or anything of that nature.
Why'd you run to the Yellow Jack?
The RDM.
Well, for number 1, there was an emergency reported where 2 men were RDM'd, so I had to go there. And then there was a robbery in which by then I had left and 2 officers were going there on their own.
So you brought our client to a robbery in hopes that
No.
he wouldn't get hurt.
I left. Actually, no.
Let me just step in.
When I left, then the robbery started and 2 police cars were on their way, as your client saw. When we were leaving, the 2 cars came and then there was a robbery reported.
Alright, let me just
Where's
step
the
in.
client
Alright. Hold on, let me just step in. 1 King 38, one thing you should have done
I'm about to
in
be
that
kicked
entire
for
situation,
AFK, so you gotta
already
really take handcuffs.
are engaged with an RP scenario, so you shouldn't have answered to another call.
Yeah.
You should have let the other
No
officers
officer?
deal with that call. And then you also
yeah, that
should have
probably- that
waited
probably
for
do
a
it.
transport. Alright,
Yeah.
alright. What you should have done
Sir, can you
was
please be
wait
quiet?
for another officer to come on scene. And
The only
No,
thing we're
what?
looking for, me and lawyer 2, is for our client to have a full pardon at this point.
That is correct. The officer, when we asked him about any proof, said that we could check his dash cam. Our client was walked back to the police station from the Yellowjack, which means he was not in a vehicle, so there is no dash cam. Our client says he was not read his rights. He was forced to walk a good part of a mile in handcuffs in the heat. We just want our client to walk.
If there's 2 things that I have to say about that, I arrested him because he crashed into my vehicle. That was recorded from the car.
That's not an arrestable
And-
offense, sir. That's a minor traffic accident.
That's a minor traffic. He could have killed me. I have
It
damages.
doesn't
He's
on
in
my
a
matter. Accidents
motorcycle, you are in a
happen.
full-sized vehicle.
Yes,
He
sir.
was not. That was barely a
Quick
motorcycle.
question.
But it's a motorcycle.
He was recklessly driving, you're saying?
Yes.
Hey, quick question.
He was still driving on the wrong side of the road and then crashed into
It's still a
a.
motorcycle.
Not
His
you-
life
not
was more
you,
in danger than yours.
not you.
That's for him.
Talking to the officer here.
Officer, were you afraid for your life when he hit you?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was concerned about his.
Hey,
Were
I
you,
rushed over to him. I made sure he was okay and not unconscious. So I dragged him over. I said, "You tell me what you were doing."
Yeah.
I did administer medical assistance. I
Are you
asked,
a
"Are
trained?
you okay?"
Are you trained in medical, or no? Are you an
No,
actual?
I asked him. No, listen.
So
Every
you
officer-
have a medical
was he
license.
okay?
Every officer
No, I don't. I asked him, was he okay, as I would do any other person. I said, do you need any medical assistance? No. So I pulled him over to the car. I said, do you want to talk about me? What happened? He said, no, I do not. So I cuffed him.
Sir, just
because,
so you're aware,
well, it was
sometimes
reckless
after an
driving in the
accident,
first
it can
place.
take hours for symptoms to start showing up. He could have had a concussion, he could have a broken spine, and sometimes
Well, it
that
didn't
stuff
seem
could
like he
take...
had
The man could have had spine in the ass, and you did not call
He
EMS
could have.
to check him out.
Actually, there's no EMS active at the moment.
Yo, where's this
What?
other cop
But you
going?
make the call.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. At this point, he would have sat out his sentence already. So, I'm just gonna pardon him from this crime. I'm listening to two different sides of the story. So, yes, at this time, you two are free to go, and your client is free to go.
Thank you, sir.
38, can I talk
just
to you
crashed.
up in the police channel, please?
Alright, we need an officer to remove the cuffs from this guy. I mean, you're the only cop here right now, so if you could do that, our client is free to go.
Hey, that was some good shit, man.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Well, the guy
That's so funny.
Holy shit.
I thought this show the whole entire time.
Alright, are you uncuffed now?
I just got a crash, so give me a second. Let me get back before you let him leave. I need to get my pay too.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't even know what we're getting paid, but it was fucking worth it.
Fuck. Let's.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I'll be outside if you need me.
Yeah, he literally ran so far with him, cuffed.
Oh, dude, I kind of feel bad for that officer. He's probably gonna get his ass reamed. How in the shit did that work? We got him off of all charges. Oh my god, that was freaking beautiful. Lawyers 101. God dang. Alright, that's gonna go down in the history books of, like, awesome stuff that happened. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna end this one here. I didn't even end up getting paid, but honestly, that RP was totally worth it. Oh my god.
Alright, there's my
Mr.
lawyer.
White.
Alright, so this guy, alright, so I was just hanging out over there, right? He comes in and tases me. He drags me by my neck, alright? And then he throws
there
me
a
in the
reason
cop
that
car.
he
He
tased
hits
you?
my... No. No reason. Actually, I was like, you know, like that little, like...
You don't have to lie to
arm
us.
back
We
there?
are your lawyers.
Yeah.
You can tell us everything that happened, what you did, and everything. It's kind of important. Officer, can you step away? We're trying to have a conversation with our
Sure.
our client. Thank you.
Alright, so start
Like,
from
we
the
need,
beginning.
we honestly
Where were
need
you?
you to just be honest with us and tell us.
Exactly.
So, I don't even know where I was, because I think I have a concussion now, because this police officer, he hit me on the head, which is like the bottom of the gun. He just slammed my head, and then he slammed my head back into the police car. Like,
Well,
you know, like the door?
before we
Yeah.
get through this, just tell us how this started. I mean, yes, we know you were assaulted, but
What,
we need to know
what
from the
did you
beginning.
do?
Alright, so I was just hanging out around the opium, alright?
Okay.
I wasn't getting anything. I was just hanging out there. He comes in, because I was watching some TV, because there was some free TV in there, right? It's like
Yeah.
free.
Oh, hold
And
up,
then
don't
he
talk,
comes in.
don't talk. Officer, I need you to step away. Alright, go ahead, continue.
Comes in, has his taser out, tases me, then and then he forces me, he pushes me into the police car. Wait, actually before that, he searched me without me even giving him consent to search.
Okay. So, did you have any drugs on you? Let me ask you that.
I think I did, but I think he said I had like 100 on me. I had like 1. I didn't have anything.
Well, I can tell you right now that just
what
hanging out
drug
around
was
a
it?
place like that does not give them the ability to just do what they want. Just because you're there doesn't mean they can walk up, search you, arrest you, tase you.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Alright, what was the officer's name? Which one was it?
It was the officer in the black.
Alright, give me 1 second. You stay with him, I'll go talk to him.
This might be
Excuse
a
me,
little
officer.
difficult.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna
How
go,
may I help you today?
I want to hear your side of what transpired when you placed my client into cuffs and why he was arrested.
That's it. Okay, so here's what happened. You know, I got reports. I had a civilian walk up to me. He's like, "Hey, I think there's some people in the opium farm or this known drug location, and I actually know who it's owned by." So I just was driving around and I saw somebody on the property, so I decided to walk over there. I knocked on the door a couple times and no one answered, and I saw the door was open. So I just peeked in and I saw him just standing there with a shotgun out. So what I did was I deployed my taser. I held it up to him at taser point, I guess you can say, and I asked him to put down the weapon a few times. Out of roleplay,
You did not ask me that.
So
you were.
I decided
you be quiet, okay?
You don't hear the
Everyone gets their
conversation.
turn to talk.
So I decided to tase him and then place him in cuffs for my safety and his. And yes, I did read him his rights before I searched him.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you put this so-called
motions.
shotgun in evidence, correct?
Yes, sir. The shotgun is
Can I
in
see
evidence.
this?
Well, first of all, I
so-said
think
shotgun?
before we even get that far, let me stop you for a few things that you clearly didn't understand when you walked in there. So you're saying that you just know the owner and you just happened to walk by the building. Did the owner contact you at any point and say to go check out the property? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so the owner did not tell you to go on that
That's it
property.
right
so
there.
you walked into the
That's
property.
all.
You
Trespassing
entered the
yourself.
house and you saw a man standing there. Could have been the owner of the house, could have been his friend. You just walked in, saw him holding a gun, which is not illegal to own a gun, and you decided to tase him for whatever reason. So you broke into a house, you entered, and you tased a man inside without any probable cause. You then searched him, and you didn't even contact the FBI. Any drug-related crimes have to have an FBI agent on scene. And it sounds like you just confiscated it yourself. Yeah, DEA,
I would
FBI.
have confiscated, or no, I would have contacted an FBI agent if there were any available at the moment.
Again, sir, we just had a case like this, and we won
Yep.
talking to the supervisor just because he said he didn't have any backup units to do transportation. Therefore, if we need to take this to your superiors and tell them that instead of you waiting patiently for an FBI unit to arrive or even respond, you took matters into your own hands.
Yep. And not
We'll
even
win.
that. He just
This is up to
decided
you.
to enter a home and point some a
You
taser
can
at
let him
someone
go
because
right
he
here,
thought
right
he
now.
shouldn't be there.
We can take this
Okay.
further.
I did have a probable cause. I walked up there, I was going to knock on the door and see what was happening, you know?
It's
And
none
then
of your
I saw
business what
through the
happens in
window
people's
and a guy
houses.
having
It's-
a
And at this
shotgun.
point,
Yeah, I can
probable
walk
cause
her-
or not, you
You see
do
my hip?
not have the authority.
You see my hip? You're going to walk by my house, see that I'm walking around inside my house with a gun, you're going to kick my door in and
Well,
tase
obviously,
me?
your weapon is holstered. He was holding his weapon out.
Do you
and he doesn't
holster
look
a
like
shotgun
doing it.
in your house? Like,
Yeah.
what
I
if
mean,
he just
you
took
could
it
have
off
a
the
shoulder
rack?
strap, or I mean, he was just.
I mean, he
standing
was
there with
inside of a
shotgun
house.
and no
that
Come
he-
on, man.
that
Let's
you-
be reasonable here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
trying
just
to.
let's
okay.
be adults here. You're an adult. I'm an adult. He's an adult.
Yeah.
Let's look at this sensible, all right? You
Yeah,
stepped
I'm
into
looking
his
at it
house.
sensible.
You stepped into a house that you were not required to go into. You
Or
were not asked to go
authorized.
into. You saw a man who you do not. Did you know this man prior to stepping into said house? Yes or no?
No, I know the owner though. I know.
And
what
yet
he
you
looks like,
tased
and
him.
He didn't look like
And yet you
He was not
tased this
following
man.
How do you know? You had no authority.
He doesn't need
give
to
him
follow
commands.
your.
You had
That
no
would be
business
like me.
being there.
Look. Let me walk into your house and start telling you what to do.
Yep. I mean, that's exactly
Yeah,
what happened. The guy was standing there.
Did you have a
entered.
warrant to enter that building? Then you have
No, I
no
didn't.
justification
And you just need to
or
let
right
him go
to
right
command
now.
or tell him anything to do.
I do see where you're coming from, and I see that I'm in the wrong for RP's sake. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to be confiscating the drugs off of.
That's fine. He
his
doesn't have any business
person,
having them.
That's fine. We'll take that. He doesn't need them.
And I'm going to. I'll let him go. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right.
Yep.
So go. Yep. Just handle that,
Alright,
and we'll
sir,
be outside
so,
waiting for you.
I'm going to be taking you out of cuffs, and
Wish we could
one
high
thing,
five.
just make
I
sure
know.
if you're going to go
Let's touch
AFK,
tips.
just don't do it while you're getting drugs, alright?
Can I get my guns back?
No, sir. You can
Don't
go buy new
even
ones.
like.
Just walk
don't
out.
talk. Don't
You're
talk.
free.
Yeah.
Is he
walk
free to
out
go?
right now.
Yes, he is free to go.
All right, just leave.
Wait, he's not yet. He needs to pay his sum totals to us.
Well, we'll settle outside.
1 second. Alright, wait. When do you step away so I don't actually pay you twice?
Thank you much. Glad we could
Yeah.
work with you.
I think I'm just gonna ride with you. I don't even have a car, man.
As always, dudes, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and possibly check out one of these other videos here. I think you really might like them. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.